I often wonder what my life would have been like without my Donna. No doubt it would not have been as meaningful and rich as it has been. Many times, as I stumbled or faced a decision that would have thrown me off a righteous track, her presence or my thoughts of her have kept me on level ground and kept unrighteous things from engulfing me. From the time that we danced together for the first time, subconsciously or directly, she has provided me with wise direction in my life.
I think I should sit up on a high.
When on occasion I dated others, I realized there was no comparison as to who I wanted, and yet I felt it was not good enough, that I was not good enough for this beautiful young lady with the bubbly personality. From our house on 4th East, I would ride my bike to see Donna at her parents' home at 2725 South State Street as many times as I possibly could, and after spending time together, I would ride home with my head in the clouds. Could this be happening to me? Does she really like me? What would it be like to hold her in my arms? I have pictures in my mind of her on the front porch of her parents' house on State Street. She is smiling her beautiful, warming smile and waving her hand in greeting as I come up to the porch, or other times as we are dancing and looking into each other's eyes. What a beautiful young lady. How come I was so fortunate to be paired with her? I must have done something good to be with her, or maybe the Lord sent her to me to try and keep me on the straight and narrow path. There have been many times that worldly influences have beckoned me to do things that are not in accord with the Lord's program, and she has pulled me back to safety as I have been tottering on the edge. What or where would I be without her? In the early days of our marriage, residing in a small 1 1/2 room apartment with a pull-down bed in the wall and a kitchen that would hold only one person at a time, no complaints. Or when we went dancing and she was not able to express her ability as a wonderful dancer because her partner knew only a simple foxtrot, no complaints. As I held her in my arms, sometimes I would think, is this really happening? What did I do to deserve this wonderful woman? Am I dreaming? If so, I hope I never wake up. And so we danced all night, and I never seemed to get tired. I looked at others dancing and thought, don't you wish you had what I've got in my arms? She has brought into this world and blessed them with her love and care 5 wonderful boys who have enriched our lives in many different ways. All this despite my being absent many hours each day to give her the help she deserved and needed. I've mostly brought in the dollar income, but what she has provided in our home and to our family is so much more valuable and cannot be measured in dollars. When we built our home on Garden Drive, I provided a lot of the manual labor, but she provided much more as she expressed her cheerful attitude. I often became discouraged, and now as I remember our homes, not the buildings, but the happy times which came mostly because Donna was there seeing that everything and everyone was taken care of. I remember times when she has been absent visiting members of our family and helping them, or when she was in the hospital for a period of time and our home became just a building. empty and lonely. Throughout our lives together, despite the setbacks that have occurred, she has maintained her cheerful attitude. She is like a well that provides clear, sparkling water. And despite the surroundings that attempt to obstruct the flow, it never runs dry. Sometimes a picture comes into my mind as follows. I am conducting a meeting at church and look down at the first row of the congregation where Donna is sitting with our sons. She is trying to take care of their needs and help them to be quiet and attentive. Their young minds are busy thinking of various things, and sometimes they become restless and want her full attention, and at the same time, she wants to listen to what is being said from the pulpit. I realize now how hard her job was compared to mine as we raised a family. I realize now that she has always been ready to give of herself, even though at times she has received very little from me. From her, it's always been, what would you like? Not what would she like or want. When the location of my job was shifted to Orem, and I had to communicate from Salt Lake to Orem, or Provo almost every day, and my hours were spent mostly on the job, and I complained of what it was doing to me, I don't remember any complaints from her, as she was left to take care of the home and family by herself. Later, as we went on our missions, she was the backbone that kept us going. There were many times that I became so discouraged that I all but gave up, but she was always there encouraging me on with a word here and a word there that somehow boosted me up and kept us going. Now, as we are in the last years of our life here on earth, and then pass on, I hope with all my heart that I may be found worthy to be with her forever.
Wow.
Eric, come here.
That's really something. I wish I was worthy of it.
You are.